Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of OffCentered. We're going to be doing another reaction-based discussion. This time we're going to watch another BTS video, but this song is called Idol. So,
okay, that's what's up.
Okay.
The last video was actually really good, so.
Yeah.
I'm
ready to go.
I'm all in for it, man. Let's see it.
This looks like it's like this game or something. Like.
Man, the outfits are on point.
Dancing is on point.
Mm-hmm.
The visual is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Do they write their own songs or?
They do actually.
Oh,
One of the members, RM,
yeah.
they call him, he produces a lot of the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
He's also the only one out of the 7 of them that speaks English.
Oh,
And
wow.
Korean too.
Who pick out their outfits?
They must have a style.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stylist.
Oh no, don't do that. Cause y'all be hating on Wish. So
Look, Wish is trash.
we gonna need to make a video about that.
Okay, Auto-Tune TK is
I thought that was a low-key diss.
It's like it didn't know if it wanted to be this or
This is a good club song, though. Even though I'm not a
it's like a
person.
what is it called? Like a
kind of like like a
like
Black
the-
Eyed Peas or something like that.
fizz
you know?
bump.
yeah, fizz bump.
Oh yeah.
Or they spent a fortune in that CGI, boy.
Oh yeah. I think with K-pop videos, it's always such like a big production out of the music videos. It's like they go and try to make a movie.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, did the African dance.
This video is like a melting pot of like different cultures.
Okay.
Alright.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Let's get to business.
Let's get to business. What do you guys think about it?
But I'm not gonna. It reminded me of. Kind of reminded me of. I don't know if you guys saw this episode of Family Guy when Quagmire went to Korea, and like a Korean pop song popped up, and he was like, he watched it, and he was like, I'm never leaving.
And you were like hypnotized by him?
Yeah, bro. Like, but bro, they yeah, man, they still be over the top for real. Like you were saying, the first, bro, that's crazy.
Look,
I literally feel like, I'm sorry,
Go
but I
ahead.
literally feel like starting a party now. Like I really want to like call some friends and just like play some Korean songs now, bro. Just like all of us just start partying.
It was a club song.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a club song, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very, very good, authentic energy. They're probably like the best party, like goers. Just by the way that they were performing and all that, they seem like they know how to have a good time. So it seems like a very, very friendly, co-friendly song. And
I feel like since it's not English too, like even if you had like, your parents there or something, you wouldn't really mind because our club songs are like crazy. Like, like they be like, whatchamacallit, from the window to the wall song. Yeah. You can't play that around. You feel me? So
them lyrics are like,
no, but it's dope though.
Yeah, it was a really good jam.
Yeah, 1 to 10. You guys have a
solid. I like the first one we watched. I would give this a solid 6. Just because I like the other melody, I'm better. I'm big on that.
Mm-hmm. For me, I give the first one was better actually. I will go back and
the first one better.
Yeah, I like the first one better. I give the first one 6.5. I give this a 6.
Here's the thing. I tried to read all the subtitles. I didn't get to all of them, but I did get the gist of the message. So why don't we move on to that real quick?
The gist of the message is basically loving yourself. It's like translation to some of the songs. You can call me artist, idol, whatever you want, whatever nickname you want to come up with. It doesn't matter because I'm okay in my own skin. I'm my own idol.
Okay. That's
the overall message of this song. And I think it's great because like these guys are essentially role models to like the young generation. So to like put out songs that sound like club songs but have this message,
different meaning, strong meaning towards it.
Sending that to like this generation, I think it's great because it's something that people don't really do that well. Like there's a lot of insecurity out there. People don't really fully appreciate who they are.
Yeah, and it came out on the right time too, because nowadays everybody idolize different celebrities, or when a celebrity passes away, or a celebrity is going through a depression, or even major depression, they like, oh wow, can't believe you have all this money. How are you able to go through all that? But they have to understand they're just still human, and they, it's like that's what separate them. No matter if the money, whatever you have, doesn't create all this happiness. It help you from being able to struggle, obviously, but it still doesn't create happiness, So I think this music, it came out at the right time because people seem to just like trying to reach on to celebrities, like, oh, I want to be this person.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to, but no, they're just still human. You be your own self. You start your own journey, So, I mean, yeah, I think I understand the message, and it's very powerful and strong, actually.
Yeah. That's what's up.
What do you guys think it truly means to like love yourself?
I think it means that you can roll, like, you can like take the bad and, because here's the thing, we're human. So all of us are affected by, the people around us, no matter how much we want to deny it. We are affected by what people say and what people, doing in correspondence to us. However, I think that what it means to truly love yourself is when that doesn't make you turn into someone you're not, or influence your entire, the entire way you see yourself or the way you live, because sometimes, people are going to have a problem with the way you do you, and like I said, if it's hurtful, it's hurtful. But then like Micky was saying in, a previous video, he was like, hey, listen, you take it and you're like, all right. But even if you say that, I understand my value and what I bring to my own life and the lives of the people that I love, and because of that, I can take it and just move on,
I think, what it means to love yourself, I think it truly means most people can't stand themselves. I think it's standing yourself. And I think, and a great way to understand what I'm saying is, are you okay with being alone with yourself? And it might seem like it's a simple task, but for a lot of people, it's not that easy, and being okay being alone and being in silence with yourself and be able to self-reflect about the things, your actions, and also living out your truth and living out your organic sense of who you are. And even if you know that people are going to have, their own judgment on it, but it's fine because at the end of the day, it doesn't affect who you, and not because it doesn't affect who you are, you're strong with who you are. And for me, and knowing your core values and knowing that for me, that surpasses all of that. So for me, I think that's what it means to truly love yourself.
Yeah. Also, I think it deals with just accepting the fact that you're human.
100%.
Understanding, there's going to be good days, bad days, and you got to learn to appreciate all of that and, realize that you're going to make mistakes and all that. So.
Yeah. I think it also... Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I think the thing is, and I said this in another video, is people want to escape self. Like, that's the reason, like I said in another video, that's the reason they want people to validate them. And, they're trying to be everyone else but themselves. They're trying to take on every role. They're trying to fit in every place but themselves. Because the problem is, a lot of it's because they know who they are. Essentially, the other people that they want to be, they don't really know, to an extent what they did in their background, but they know their shame and their fallout. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know all of that, and they can't stand to even, be in their own skin and be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? It's almost to them, it's like, I'm not like worthy enough. And for me, it's just a really selfish situation.
One thing I do appreciate, well, a way I interpret this video is that one thing about people is that, like, when people say be yourself, right? A lot of people, they misinterpret that and they feel like they need to be the same way all the time. That's not what, I don't think that's what we mean. No. Because, like, in this video, like, like, they were saying, I could be this, I could be that, but at the end of the day, I'm still, like, basically the way I interpreted the video is that they were basically saying, no matter what I am at the period of time I am doing it, I'm still me. Yeah. Like, I think that people need to understand that there's different versions and phases of you. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't be the way you're with your homies, the same way you're at work, or the same way you're with your girl, or the same, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta understand and find a healthy balance. Like, back in the day, like, these guys, there was a time when I used to, like, act completely different around them than when I acted around, like, other people, where they hated this about me, where, like, my voice would completely change and, like, I would be, like, a completely different person, and they'd be like, nah, bro, like, we ain't have, like, they were not having it from me. And eventually I changed. I was like, man, there's no point to this. Like, I have a little bit of a deep voice, and they hated the fact that my voice would go up like 5 octaves, when I spoke to other people. But yeah, I was just like, man, all right, I'm over this. And eventually I just started being like, all right, man, I'm gonna speak the way I feel like speaking. Obviously, sometimes I gotta be professional and stuff like that, but I'm gonna speak like me. I'm gonna do me. And that stuff, I feel like that's one thing that you can interpret. That's the way I kind of interpreted that video.
So, like, why do you think people these days, they struggle so severely with accepting who they are?
They're so burnt out with themselves in the sense of, seriously, and let me explain this. For example, they enroll in so many stuff. They're enrolling in everybody else stuff but themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they're so burnt out that, it's almost like to find self now would be like finding a needle in a
haystack.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, why do that? I'm just gonna surrender to whatever, I'm just gonna surrender to the inevitable.
I think most people nowadays, they all driving, for them, hypothetically, they all driving diesel. That's who they are. They are diesel. You know what I mean? Because, they burning so much which they don't even take the time to able to kind of like recuperate and understand themselves as a person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, obviously, if you would drive a diesel, you're gonna keep filling the gas all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's who they are. They just keep filling the gas,
Burn out quickly.
and they burn out quickly. You know?
That's
You
a
know?
good analogy.
Really, really.
Everybody going at 110%.
Yeah. So if you drive a
But
Prius, then you'll be straight. You're on your own pace. You know. So
Yeah, man.
I think another big one is social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're seeing all these celebrities and like you said earlier, they try to fit a mold
yeah.
of like people they see on the internet, and most of the time that's not even who those people are.
Of course not.
So it's like
It's for sure, man.
Bro,
when they don't live up to that, it's like you said, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Like,
social media was meant to be entertainment. Like, it's not meant to teach you who you're supposed to be. Like, I feel like people, they need to stop doing like, you know, like you see all these challenges and stuff, and like, you know, I think it's cool. I think it's cool that we're able to come like together and do stuff like in this sort of togetherness. But people, they don't see it that way.
Right.
They see stuff that's on social media as who they're supposed to be and who they are, and I feel like that's weird.
It's because they don't really know self. They haven't done enough self of reflection. They haven't taken time to really evaluate those underlying issues that they had in childhood or whatever it is. They haven't done that. So what they're doing is they're waiting for the next like wave. Because at the end of the day, if you don't stand for nothing, what happens? You fall for everything.
at the end of the day, though, just appreciate who you are, and you know that's easier said than done. But like with everything, there's good and there's the bad, and just how there are good aspects of people, and then there's also the flaws. So you gotta learn to kind of appreciate both, because all of that combined is just gonna make up who you are.
Yeah. Being yourself is the most important thing that you can ever do for yourself. And when you're not yourself, it's a disservice to everyone else.
Yeah, I feel like this is probably a human being problem, is that we get in the world, like when we come in the world, we're a product of not only the like ourselves, but we're also a product of our environment. You find people that allow you to know who you are, you know? But most people, that's not what, like, unfortunately, most people don't meet people like that. Let's take canvases, right? If a canvas is white, then it's susceptible to anything you put on, you know? And because of that, most people are white canvases. They go through life being white canvases, and, you know, whatever is going through that at the time is what they're going to be,
Right.
you know? But some people some people find the masterpiece that they're supposed to be. And because of that, you know, they hang that aspect of themselves on the wall, and they put a sign that says "Do not touch." You know, people that don't know who they are just need to find other people that push them to understand themselves. You know, like they push them to like be like, yo, why? Like, you know, even if it's something simple, like sometimes they could be like, hey, what do you want to eat? And you could be like, I don't know, like, let's go to McDonald's. And you're like, why McDonald's? You know, like something simple like that, you know, can start you on the path.
Yeah, 100%.